Axel! Vincent! Sir Venom!
You were sent to Neverdeath Graveyard with the instructions, or with the task of finding a book, as there is a book supposedly about the history of Neverwinter somewhere within these catacombs that you can use as entry to Candlekeep, the great library on the southern section of the Sword Coast. Because it's at this library where you've been told to begin researching places like Rishemalot and the mists that take people. It's there that you think that you can go after the Order of the Gauntlet and Rictavio, your friend Rudolph van Richten, and his associate Cass, the Dusk Elf. So you find yourselves under Neverdeath Cemetery, within some crypts, having fought many different cultists. You barge down this door, finding yourself suddenly facing 3 different wizards and a number of cultists who could, at a distance, use inflict wounds. Their powers combined caused quite a difficult battle for yourselves, and stumbling from room to room, you found several demons as well as ghouls, all joining into the fray. It was mayhem. Tables and chairs were thrown asunder, spells blasting across rooms and down corridors. You chased folks down, killing them, and eventually finding yourselves in different sections of this crypt. You currently find yourselves heavily wounded. Several of you are out of breath. You are out of combat at this point in time. And Riku, you heard chanting beyond a door far to the south. Riku, you're currently in a bedroom. It's a well-appointed room with different scenes of bloody sacrifice. Axel, you are in what appears to be a holding chamber with lead tablets on the walls, or in a hallway leading into a holding chamber with lead tablets on the walls. Vincent and Sir Venom, you successfully defeated 2 different wraiths who appeared to have broken out of some urns in a storeroom. There are 2 cultists who are currently surrendered, hiding in a toilet at the end of a corridor, and there are a lot of dead bodies all about this crypt. What would you guys like to do?
We got to assemble.
I need some help.
Riku's going to quickly and silently fall back and try to meet up with the homies and fill them in on the situation. He's gonna lean up on this door and then like sort of look at Axel and then like kind of make like a gesture towards the door. Be like, what do you want to do with them?
Well, they're coming with us for now.
Yeah, that door's open. They're both sort of cowering there near the and this room smells horrific. It is a toilet, but you suspect it's only like a drop toilet. There is, you notice as you enter, some sort of secret chamber that has been opened to the north. There are sliding stone doors, effectively, that they've pushed their way through. And so you can see that there is some sort of chamber up here to the north.
Yeah. I mean,
we assume goes like this way or maybe elsewhere.
I mean, do we want to investigate that right now, or do we want to? We gotta like short rest.
Riku's gonna say to him, "Here, you go take these 2 down with the boys. Let me go poke my head in here real quick."
All right. Yeah, you 2 come with me.
I just want to see where this goes. If
else.
All right. Like connecting chamber. If there's more.
As you poke your head in, Riku, you see the following. There is a beautiful woman, which the smell permeates into this room as well. A woman sits atop a mattress atop a low shelf, her once fine clothing in tatters and a silk scarf wrapped around her face, attempting to ward the smell from herself. She looks at you as you enter, and she goes, "A little short for a cultist."
You don't seem like one of them. Are you okay? Do you need help?
I'm unharmed, but I would like to leave this place.
Sure, we'll have a cleric check you out before we let you go. He's like, come this way, me and my friends. And Rico will lead her like to where everyone's meeting up.
Thank you. Axel, what are you doing with those cultists?
I want to escort them. Probably, I feel like we're gonna meet up in the library since we're looking for a book, and that's where books live. So
Sure, that's a good call.
yeah, so we're going
Yeah,
to the
Rico's gonna pop
library.
like, hey, let's go this way, library boys.
I'm gonna have my celestial buddy. Me and him will drag these 2 dead bodies. Just stick them in this thing.
Okay. Do you want to move the ghoul as well?
Yeah. Move all the dead bodies out of the way. And then I'll like look over at Vincent, and then like motion to like the blood stains on the floor. You want to clean this area up a little bit for us?
Vincent would like, make some gesture with his hands and do prestidigitation and clean everything up.
With the destruction of the wraiths, Vincent, you also find yourself not petrified or terrified by them anymore, so you're okay.
Vincent,
Ooh,
you have a magic raven thing that you can use for like prestidigitation. I think I gave that to you a while back.
What was it? I mean, I
You
can
have
do it anyway, but what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
You have the holy symbol of ravenkind.
And it just lets me do prestidigitation?
No, because you're not a cleric or a paladin, I don't think you can use anything. But it's only good against vampires, really. I
Well,
gave it to you for like raven flavor because
Yeah.
like to celebrate you becoming a raven knight, you get your
Yeah,
own
well,
little holy
it's like
symbol of
pinned,
ravenkind.
pinned to my, like pinned on me. It's a badge of honor. Yeah, I'll make the place look clean again. Be like, yeah, like nothing ever happened.
I'm gonna have these
Yeah.
2 sit in the corner.
You clear up a lot of the blood stains. You put the 2 cultists over in the corner. One of them sort of sits on the floor. Another of them sits on the edge of the coffin. They look at you sullenly and silently. They don't really look at
Should we tie him
each
up?
other. You can sense shame.
I
You
mean,
guys would like?
if they run, I'm gonna kill them.
I
Yeah,
think
so
they're gonna go in the coffin and recuperate.
Yeah, let's tie him up, and then we'll have Corvus stand guard over him.
Okay.
Because he's still with us for a little while
Okay.
longer.
Do you have any more manacles on you, or is it just the ropes at this point that you might have?
I should have. Where would I put them? Manacle. I do have one pair of manacles.
Okay, you can use at the very least that, as well as some
Manacle
rope.
them together.
Ooh, okay.
All right. They are bound wrist to wrist, unless you wish to do it some other way.
Not wrist to
Right,
wrist.
but
is
Now
good.
take
Or
the
They-
rope
whatever.
and tie the rope to the fucking coffin or something. I don't know. Like where the manacle.
there
yeah.
are. You do notice that the sconces here, the brackets, they are metal and they are set into the stone. Could tie
Yeah.
them to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do that.
take the rope around the manacle, tie it to the sconce, call it a day.
Anything else?
And make sure
Easy
they don't
enough.
have like daggers or knives.
I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna take their
Give
shoes.
him a pat down.
I'm gonna take their shoes, so it makes running harder.
Okay. Yeah, the
Give 'em a
older
wooden
gentleman
gun,
in
too.
particular has horrific smelling feet. The young woman has dainty little feet, and actually, it appears that her toenails are painted. But you've taken their shoes.
Yeah.
The woman who you were with sort of does all this, and
We don't take kindly to their type.
you, Vincent,
Rico
and
says.
Venom. Who are you?
We're the roosters.
I think I lost you
Hello?
guys.
Oh no.
Check.
Check 1, 2.
Silent.
I think I lost you guys there for a moment.
So you can hear us now?
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I
Are
can
we
hear you
back?
now.
All right, okay.
All right,
Can you
sweet.
hear me now?
Yeah. Old school.
She asked who, and I'm sorry, what was?
would have probably like, oh, we
Fonz.
like motion to the boys, like we're the Roosters. We own a.
Oh,
Oh, what city is our thing
shenanigans.
in? Oh yes,
Right.
you've heard of us.
Riku uses minor
Oh,
illusion to make the
everybody
shenanigans sign.
never heard of you. Yes, yes. You're the proprietors.
That's
Indeed.
us. Strikes a cool pose.
Oh fuck! Is my internet just like crapping out?
We can hear you fine.
Yeah.
Fucking
Damn.
internets.
We need to
Yeah,
get like a
sorry guys. I think my internet's like shit in the bed.
Is it Discord?
stinks.
Like
I was gonna
sometimes
say we can hear you fine. so it might
sometimes
be,
when
like,
like I was having ping issues that one episode on Discord, and it was like Discord like goes like and where it says voice connected, it goes like red, and it's like it freaks out sometimes.
Yeah, that's happened to me before, and it sucks.
yeah, I always have trouble
Yeah.
with Discord, but that's just me though.
Should we
Yeah,
Try again.
that-
And you said Discord.
Oh, losing you.
beep boop?
Uh-oh.
Is there a robot emoji?
There has to be.
Whoa, what's with this? Oh, okay.
What's with you?
I don't know. I was looking at emotes, and there was a channel I joined, and I saw their emotes, and it was weird. Brightly colored. and
Oh.
stuff.
Anybody got heels?
We're gonna
Huh?
we'll figure that out. Yeah, that's part of why, what we're gonna do. We're gonna investigate or interrogate these guys and then do some healing.
Oh, okay. Like healing.
If we don't short rest, I have
Oh, we're short resting.
I don't
Yeah,
know if we have time with that chanting, my friend.
they're doing a ritual.
We got to get our priorities here. I mean, we're looking here to look for a book. We're not here to. I mean, we're not here to interrupt some kind of religious goings on.
We heard word of a lich. Lich
Yeah,
is
dude.
bad.
They're worshiping the wrong god. We have to correct them.
I don't see that on the like the quest. Like if we were to open up our journals and look at our quest log.
It's one of the it says optional next to it in parentheses.
Okay. Okay.
Optional parentheses save Neverwinter from a fucking lich.
Yeah, and then but if we do it, like you get like higher tier loot.
Okay. But I feel like to fight that guy, we need to be like well rested, though, right? We can't go like Riku's like constantly one shot. We
Yeah, I was gonna
can't.
say it doesn't matter if Riku is well rested or not at this point.
We just needed to change up because we got our bard jumping in like on the front lines every fight. He's just getting fucked up, which is
It's where I belong.
He's a swords bard. He's supposed to be in the front.
yeah. Yep. Our what is it? Like the best support class character is playing a frontliner.
Support?
Yeah,
You're
what his
a
character- it's what his
bard.
character would
If
do.
you were to, it's what is
Have
yeah.
you looked at my spells?
If you were to go on like do one of them Google searches and look up best like support classes, they would say the nerds would be like, "Oh, Bard is the best one because of all this shit they can do."
I am like a utility bard. Less than supportive, I'd say.
Okay.
I can do all sorts of random things.
The woman in the tattered robes with the scarf around her neck pulls the handkerchief scarf away. Oh, it's good to breathe freely in here, even if it's a little dusty. What are these tomes? She begins to sort of like look around.
I think this is the library that these cultists have been hoarding.
She sort of turns back to you. Interesting indeed.
This is why we're here. What do you care of this room? You should just be happy to be alive, shouldn't you?
I don't want to
Let's,
keep an eye on her to see if she like
yeah,
goes to any one book in particular.
I feel like we should do some rolls on her, like insight or something, just because
Ooh,
she like, because she looks like she's dressed like a noble person. If I was to guess, are they gonna sacrifice this lady? Like, what is she?
Yeah. What is Why were they holding you? Why were they holding you here, lady? Who says? What's
Roll
your name, by the
persuasion.
way?
Roll persuasion check. She will introduce herself as
Vincent will
Indra.
ask if she knows the Raven Queen.
So first off, she introduces herself as Indrina. Well, why I'm here, I'm not entirely sure. Somebody said something about touching some obelisk and seeing if I could see something, but I didn't make it that far into whatever ritual was occurring. You see the two cultists to the north sort of shift. Funny as she says that. You ask her if she knows the Raven Queen, Vincent, and she glances over at you. I mean, I've heard of her. She's some sort of deity, demigod. Is that right?
You two. What do you know about this ritual she was talking about?
They look at you sullenly and silently. They don't respond.
Oh, Axel smacks one of the
Yeah.
guy in the face and
Yeah,
tells him to
Riku's gonna
answer the
say that's no.
questions.
You need to talk, or my friend won't stop here. And you know, once he gets going, it's hard to make him stop.
Roll d4, add your strength modifier, Axel,
Okay.
and then roll intimidation and add the damage to it.
D4. Plus strength modifier.
Yep.
Strength. I have a +7 strength modifier.
Oh my god. So you do 10 non-lethal damage to him.
I love how this group is just so like casually, you know, beating and interrogating people at this point. It's just like everyday activity for us.
Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Intimidation.
Is this not what we do?
26.
So plus the 10 is a 36. He kind of looks at himself. Let me just make a Constitution saving throw for him at disadvantage.
He got knocked out.
To see if he
Knocked
pees
the
his
fucking
pants in
tooth
fear.
out just from like a slap.
That's quite literally to see if he pees his pants. He needed a 20. You see him soil himself. Okay, and he like the woman like sort of pulls away from him a little bit, but they can't get too far away from each other because of the manacles. He's like, you don't understand. The master, he had us gather up folks who know about Neverwinter's history. He's recording it or something. There's a ritual. He wants to know what the future of Neverwinter is going to be so he can write it in his book.
Riku gestures to the lady behind us and he says, "That includes her, right?"
Yes. Her family's very wealthy. They've been in Neverwinter for several generations. And she pipes up and she goes, 7 generations. 7? Get it right.
7 is generally more than several.
All right.
Indeed.
Riku's like, all right, I guess we should take care of her, huh?
Take care of me? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Don't let you die.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, we were worried too when he said that.
We were just worried you might be the wrong sort, but you seem like the right sort. Riku kind of gives her a little grin.
Are you attempting to flirt with her, or are you just...
No, he's just being nice.
Okay. She glances at you as you say this, because she had been looking at Axel and the cultists, watching Transfixed. She glances back at you. Indeed, I am. Although, I think clearly I will need some rest and respite after such a terrible adventure as this.
And then Riku kind of just like, you know, tries to get her attention and like leaning close and like lean against the books. And he's like, sorry, don't get the wrong idea here by all this messy business. Like thumbs over shoulder. He's like, it's like, this is just work, you see. Nothing more.
They are quite miserable folk. I will agree to that. Look, I very much would like to leave. Is there a way to be escorted out of here?
I think we can handle that. And then he looks to Sir Venom. He's like, have your familiar show the way.
My Raven, wearing his dapper top hat, lands on my shoulder, does a little caw. I say, "Hey, follow my friend Umbra here. He'll lead you out."
Excellent.
And I turn to Umbra. I'm like, lead the nice lady out of here.
Okay. and they both disappear down the hallway, and we will just cut scene on them as they mosey along. Umbra will eventually come back to you, but is there something you're going to do in the meantime here in the library?
They the two guys mentioned their master's book, and I kind of have a feeling that might be the book that we're looking for.
Mhm.
So I'd go up to him and be like, tell us more about this book of your master's. You said he wants to chronicle the future of Neverwinter. What else is in it?
Make a persuasion check at advantage as they are now both looking at Axel with a look of terror in their eyes.
Oof. 9.
Oh no.
Well, my understanding was that it was a history of Neverwinter, and I mean, by touching the obelisk in the ritual chamber, folks could see the future. Now, the future was slightly different and from a different perspective from each of the folks, as if they were there. Therefore, by getting the different pieces, you could build a better picture.
Okay. Yeah, boys, I think this fancy book is the one that we're sent here for.
Right.
Oh, let's get
So
it. Let's
I
take
think
it
we're
and
gonna have
get
to go
going.
take. And also, I turn back to the two prisoners. Be like, we heard a rumor that there might be a lich in charge of this whole operation. Is that the master you speak of?
The woman nods, goes, Yes, the master is not living.
And
Yikes.
the ritual that they're working on right now. About how long is this ritual gonna take?
Oh, it's been going on for. And they sort of glance at each other. As long as we've been a part of the organization,
Okay, so it's kind of
several
Oh.
weeks, several weeks at least.
so it's just an open-ended kind of ritual. It just keeps going.
Well, we all. And then you see the man shut up his mouth and sort of sit back and cross his arms. It looks like he caught the better of himself. Won't give you more information temporarily.
I'm gonna turn to Axel and be like, Axel, I think I think
Uh,
our friend might be a little tongue-tied. Do you think you could loosen it up for him?
absolutely. So I do another 10 more non-lethal.
Okay. And as you do so, he, oh God, oh. He sort of coughs up. There's like a little bit of blood as you punch him in the gut. Okay,
Nice.
okay. Oh, all right. We take turns writing what we see on the walls and what the prisoners see on the walls. And as we do so, the master imbibes it into the chamber, the ritual chamber. That's all I can tell you, I swear.
Yeah, so it sounds like we might have time to take a quick knee before we
Yeah.
break into this chamber. Unless
Okay.
they
Yeah.
unless they send people out to investigate why all the rest of their cultist friends are not showing up and might be dead.
Now, what do you think we should do with these two?
Just keep them tied
They
up
should
and
rest with us. We
yeah,
can rest right here.
take turns keeping watch on them.
Well, we're doing a short rest, right? So we're just gonna be sitting here for like an
Is
hour.
that an hour?
There's also, I think we might be able to, if we want to, we could go back to our weird like fish genie friend and like flood the chamber that they're doing this ritual in.
Get out of
Um,
here.
I don't know if that would help us or hurt us.
Okay.
Well,
Anything we do
Vincent
that
said
on the way
5
out
health,
to
so
cover
he's
up our tracks, you know?
super chill.
Why would we want to cover our tracks for taking down an evil lich? We
Oh,
wanna
that's
show them
right. We
shit
don't
off.
want to. We thought about this once, and we don't want to fuck up the book.
Right.
Oh, true.
Hmm.
So smart. Our barbarian rogue here. He's so smart.
Gotta protect the merchandise.
Right. Okay, how about this? While we short rest, are we allowed to maybe look through some of these books at the same time and see if there's anything that catches our eyes?
Um,
Or is it just one or the other?
I am going to say as long as you don't do anything that would require any sort of exertion, you may do both at the same time.
Yeah, I would just be like trying to recover and then just basically like looking over all the titles and just seeing if anything sort of catches my eyes. If that doesn't really take too long, I suppose, while I'm
Yeah.
sitting here.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to do that, I'll give you this. I'll give you an investigation check at disadvantage because
Okay.
you're also doing a rest.
Doke.
Not locked in.
I'm gonna
Me?
Vincent's
Yeah.
gonna meditate
What do you mean?
Because you're rolling at disadvantage. You're trying to rest and look through books at the same time. You're not locked in.
Vincent's gonna meditate
Oh, that
and
is
convene with the Raven Queen.
unfortunate, my friend.
Yeah, Riku, you check the left shelves, and I'll check the right shelves.
You can do the same, Sir Venom. And Vincent, you're going to commune with the Raven Queen?
I'll just like, not maybe not literally. I guess literally if it does, but he's just gonna, meditate and
That hurts seeing the 20 and it's gone.
pray to her.
Vincent, holding the symbol of Ravenkind, go ahead and roll a wisdom check. Just to feel out with your feelings. And Axel, are you watching the pair?
Oh yeah, I'm watching the prisoners.
Okay. What did you get for an investigation? Oh, Sir Venom, brutal, and wisdom. Oh man, Vincent. Yeah, I mean, you hold the symbol, you focus on it, you sort of reach out with your feelings, your emotions. Not much comes to you. You sort of wonder if it's because you're underground, hidden beneath a crypt, as to whether or not you can't really commune. Sir Venom. So I'm going to work backwards here. You poke along the walls. Let me see if there's anything that grabs your attention. There are many sinister books, many of which are duplicates. You do notice that there's a book of nonsensical poetry titled Quite Good Verse. It does have a gold-plated cover. It's probably worth something. You also sort of sift through history books of the Sword Coast, histories of families from the Sword Coast. And Riku, the same is true for you. But Riku, you do find a spell scroll amidst the books that catches your attention. You immediately recognize it as a spell scroll of greater invisibility.
Oh,
Nice.
we like that.
And I would definitely take that gold-plated book. Looks fancy.
Okay. Otherwise, nothing catches your attention, I would say.
And so should we hit the short rest button?
Yeah. Your prisoners sit there quietly, glaring at Axel.
Short rest. Ooh, look at all these hit die.
Oh yeah, wait. I have 11 hit die.
Yeah, you're level 11.
Wait. So how many dwarves are all? I mean, as many as I want,
You
right?
can select as
Yeah.
many as you want.
1d10 plus 2.
And so I have, after getting back to full HP, I have 4 die left. If we're short resting, because how long is the short rest? Half hour?
An hour long.
Oh, okay. In that case, Celestial guy is gone anyways.
Okay. And in fact, I suspect Umbra's also probably gone.
Well, he's a familiar, so I think
Oh,
they stay
gotcha.
up like indefinitely, right?
Gotcha. Yep.
It's only when I activate, because I use him as like my spiritual weapon.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so you guys restore quite a bit of HP. Where's everybody at in terms of their health at this moment?
Trying
I'm up
to
to 73.
get
I'm
the
up to full.
frickin' thing to get the dice going, but it's not doing it.
I had to hide my history log. The log was covering them. I don't know if that's
Okay,
doing
now
that
I'm
for
back
you.
to full. I have to use like so many.
I know, I did too.
2, 3.
Well, actually, right. I guess with I have 92 max health. Is that on par with
Hey,
everybody
rogue.
relatively?
Oh,
I have 91.
I guess my point is in dice theory, right? It's you got to double that. right? So to get max health, you need to roll.
Wow.
Ooh, those are some low rolls, Riku.
That's
You can
insane.
you can
actually.
re-roll 3 of those. No, you can re-roll 4 of those because you rolled 4 ones.
Okay.
2,
What luck.
3,
Yeah.
4. Okay.
So I'd say you get
Oh,
30 health
wow.
back plus 25 more health.
Jesus
So
Christ.
you get 55 health back in total so far.
Yeah, I used 9.
That's way more appropriate.
I used 9
So
of my
that
hit
would
die.
just be a plus 21 to what I just had, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
The
Yeah.
difference.
But that's basically like half to full, like nearly, or 3/4 to full, or
Well,
something. Whatever.
What's,
Close.
well, 11
Way better
times
now.
10 would be 110.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I used.
Vincent, where are you at? You've
Used all
got
those.
73 of 92.
Yep.
And I used 1, 2,
Are you good with
3,
where you're at?
4.
I think so, yeah.
Did you
Did
roll
you-
like a
did you
bunch of
use-
ones?
Yeah, did you use all your die?
I used most of them. Oh, well, I was just talking about that. Like, I think in theory, if I roll all 10,
You
it's
get to
100.
re-roll at least one. I
There's
see
a
one
modifier
for
as
you.
well,
Yeah, it's +2.
but it's +2 for each die.
Damn, and you got 3 10s when you rolled too.
I know.
He was very, very beat up.
Yeah, I was down to like 5. Well, again,
Reroll another D10, Vincent. You do get one more.
all right. Great.
Okay. So go ahead and add that.
So I was just saying, like 92, right? To get 92 health or full health ish, right? You need to have a possible 180, right? As the average,
Yeah.
talking about averages.
Yeah, you'd
So
have
that's
to
a
like
lot.
you would have had to use all your. I mean, we're not gonna need them for anything else. So
Wait,
might as
what's
well use
10?
them
Well,
all.
what I just said, I have 11 D10. That's 110. So
Plus,
your average would be 55.
yeah.
And now that
Yeah,
we
plus
short rested, you
another
get your
10 to
action surge and your second win back.
I did better than average. Yeah. I know. So I did
Oh,
good.
that's really good.
Yeah, I'll be good.
And you get your arcane shots back on a short rest.
Ooh.
So I just gave one of those back to you. I just clicked that on your sheet. So you have both of. I think you have all of your stuff actually. Now that I look at it.
Yeah, short rests are big for me.
Cool. Is there anything else you guys are doing in this chamber while you're here? You've not seen anybody else like enter the library. You've not heard anybody down the hall. Silent as a tomb. Because that's what it
Alright.
As
is.
we, before we leave, I was like, I'll say again, like, what are we gonna do with these two though? Like, just gonna leave them here?
I guess. So.
Yeah, why don't you
They're-
guys go scout ahead and I'll take care of them.
Riku kind of just like takes his sword off his hilt and then makes it come out and then throws it on my shoulder and doesn't even look and just sort of walks away.
I mean, or like whatever. You do you, Axel. I didn't see nothing.
Okay.
Uh,
Axel?
yeah, I got mace in my left hand and dagger in my right hand, and I'm just gonna start thrashing them.
Okay.
As we're walking down the hall and like we hear the mayhem, Riku will look
You're
back
screaming.
at Sir Venom and just be like, "Look, some things are better.
Unseen.
He needs to get some of his rage out. You know how angry he gets."
Sir
And
Venom has his fingers in his ears, and he takes one finger out, and he's like, "What'd you say, Riku?"
Never mind. Listen, Vincent,
Then-
it's better this way.
While Riku's talking, it goes, "Hey, did any of us check in here?" And barges into here.
Okay.
Those-
I need a few things as this is happening. So you walk into this room. There is an empty room here. There's no ghoul. That's a dead ghoul, so ignore that. I would need Axel to roll me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh shit. Okay. Wisdom saves. That's. Ooh, not 20.
Wow.
You can feel
What
the
the hell?
specter that you saw in Barovia in particular in
Oh,
a
the house we
mirror.
burned down?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You feel that same specter cast over you, and you hear a whisper in your mind saying, "This isn't the Assassin's Code, Axel. Killing in cold blood?
Oh,
This is murder. This isn't a job." And you simply shrug it off.
yeah, no one
There's no
told
change to
I
your
never had
actions.
never read no code.
There are no
I agree to nothing.
consequences. The
Axel
nat
didn't
20
sign
saves
nothing.
you.
Okay.
Those of you who have entered the room, that is, and let me just get my bearings here briefly. I will tell you shortly. Okay, that's what I thought. That is just an empty cell. It contains nothing but squalid cell contains nothing but a bucket and a small heap of filthy blankets.
Okay. Making sure there's nothing in there.
Okay.
It's always worth checking.
Did you
But,
poke around at all, Vincent, or did you just open it and sort of look around?
I mean, I would like look around the corner, check this thing out. But
Check
other
under
than
the
that,
check under the blankets, Vincent.
I would just look. I don't know if I'd want to
Make an investigation
touch
check.
dirty blankets.
yeah, no, just make the check, Vincent.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna yell at you until you do it.
Vincent,
Partake.
Vincent,
You
what's
sort
in the
of-
bucket?
You sort of
Stick your
poke.
hand in the bucket.
You look at the bucket and it is foul, but you poke around the blankets with the edge of your bow, and you do see a little notebook.
Ooh, hold on a sec.
Ooh. He kneels down and looks at the booklet.
It is written in a cramped hand, but it appears to be a small notebook filled with extraplanar intersections, planar conjunctions, and arcane musings. You can see many runes in association with what would effectively be arcane mathematical sort of equations. And you do see on one page a rough outline of what you believe to be never death crypts that you're in. And you say there is like a notation underneath that basically indicates there's probably some sort of extraplanar intersection here. And it's pretty easy to see all that in these notes.
Wow.
I'd bring it back to the gang then and show it some and just specifically note the dungeon we're in. Be like, hey,
Hold on a sec.
does this mean
Riku
anything to you
looks.
guys? Yeah, just kind
Hey,
of
that's
point
not
out.
trash. Riku says.
Uh,
Good
Looks like
job.
the sorcerer was locked up here.
Riku, do you want to roll an Arcana check for me, actually, as you look at it?
Sure. Let's have a closer look.
13. You recognize a few different planes. One would be the Feywild, two would be the Shadowfell. You know that those are the two closest planes to the material plane in which you all live on. You
Hmm.
also see a little bit of some sort of connection to you see like these like question marks around the indications of the Shadowfell, and you see that there are effectively unsolved variables within the arcane mathematical equations. And it's almost like algebra, right? There's variables, there's equations, and you see question marks of like, let's call this one X, let's call this one Y, Z. And there's these little sort of unknowns sort of around the Shadowfell indications.
Shadowfell, that's where I'm from. That's where the Raven Queen lives, right?
Is-
Riku is like, yes, very interesting. It
Vincent
seems
kind
that
of
it's
points out, he goes,
incomplete.
can we get, he looks at Sir Venom and says, can we get to her plane from here?
Who's
Something's
her?
not- The
I don't
Raven
know.
Queen.
Riku, let me take a look at that. Show me the page that had the stuff about the Shadowfell on it.
There you go. Take a peek.
what
Let's,
would you like to use to investigate this?
I mean, ideally, I would like to use either insight or perception. Maybe
Uh,
I look through to see if I like recognize any iconography related to like the Raven Queen's palace.
I would let you use insight for that because you have lived in the Shadowfell.
Okay. Ugh.
You know, it's funny. It doesn't. There's something tickling at your intuition as you glance through this notebook ever so briefly. You almost see what you believe to be a view of the central city in which the Raven Queen resides, bowl-shaped and all, but it is from almost like an exterior angle, and you see the question marks sort of denoted across a bleak-looking blank landscape that is poorly sketched, and it's an odd drawing. It's almost like what we would think of as like a view of the moon, except there's this like crater, and you can see like little buildings drawn into the crater in black and white.
Do you think it would be worth using my session inspiration to try to get higher than a 15?
I would say that's up to you.
I'm
Hey,
doing
we've
it.
rolled on this thing 3 times. I think we should just.
Oh, he's doing
Well,
it.
Oh,
but,
are you
what if-
fucking kidding
what if-
me? God
Hold
damn
on,
it.
hold- Hey,
I tried to warn you. If fate was telling us, man.
and I was gonna say, what if isn't there a thing where I can put my hand on you, or is that helping?
Well,
You have to
You
say
also
how.
had
You have to
lucky,
say how you're
but
helping, though. You can't
At
just
this time,
say
you
you're
know,
Yeah, I
helping.
know.
if you're,
I know.
Yeah,
let's
you're not able
save
to.
it. Once we get back to home base, I can I'll see if I can contact the Raven Queen and ask her about this. Maybe she like
But no,
recognizes and can
I don't
tell us
know if
how
that
to find these
really.
things.
I don't know if it's worth all that. I think we just continue with the dungeon. But
yeah,
yeah,
we continue on.
But yeah,
My point was is
that's what
that
I'm saying. Like, let's
my
like
intuition
Sir
was
Venom
that
will
it
just
sounded
would
like.
stick it in his pocket and save it for later so we can move on.
As
but
you do so,
there
Axel
was
comes
some
around the
sort of-
corner. Axel, how clean or unclean do you appear?
Unclean. I'm covered in blood. That's not mine.
Gotcha.
Riku kind of winces
Axel.
and then is just like nasty and uses prestidigitation himself. He doesn't normally do it, but he's like, come
Oh,
on, man.
what?
Riku's just like, you fucking stink. You're welcome.
This whole place stinks. It's poorly ventilated in here.
Yeah, did you smell that guy's
Especially you.
feet?
Yeah. Look. Let's. What are you guys up to over here? Let's.
We're going this
I think
way. Let's go, boys.
Vincent would show Axel the book he found. I found something.
Okay.
We could. It's a map of this dungeon, and it could teleport us to
Oh.
different planes. Hopefully,
What?
trying to get to the Raven Queen.
Okay. All right. Who's leading the way here?
Where
like-
based off the map, were we able to discern what room the intersection
Yeah.
of that would be?
I
That's
will
what
actually
Vince
give
was
you
interested
like a
in.
rough outline of the. I'm just going to draw where you think where the map was able to basically outline. The map was able to show basically this. It doesn't show anything but the areas in blue. Whoever drew this map either didn't finish it or didn't see the other areas. So that's what you can see basically. And it's like it's not to proportion. It's a pretty rough map.
But did you say it had a point? Where did it say that place? Was it the plains?
Oh,
You said.
it was like a question mark as it's somewhere in this dungeon, is what the
Oh, I thought it
author
was, like,
believed.
Drawn lines. Okay.
No.
There's just
Um,
notes saying that.
No, yeah. As you glance at this map, you realize you're all alone, Vincent. All your friends have left you.
Oh. Vincent was just lost in his thoughts and kind of snaps out of it. I was like, "Whoa, where'd everybody go?"
So
That
Kinda
like
panic.
telepathically yell. Are we telepathically bonded? Did we do that before coming in?
I think that would have, unless that lasts more than an hour, that would probably be up.
Oh yeah, it's only an hour.
It is gone.
I see Riku.
And you pass many empty crypts. It looks like they probably once held dead bodies. They have completely been emptied so far as you can tell. And as you reach your friends at the end of the hall, Vincent, you can all hear a sort of chanting, a rhythmic chanting from beyond the door to the south. There is a room that appears to be a well-appointed bedroom, several gory tapestries with visages that are better unspoken, rather like Axel's actions. And as you gather at this point, what would you like to do?
I am going to proactively summon my buddy.
Riku would have said, "Let's try to keep it quiet, boy."
yeah, I'll point at Riku and then point at myself and cover my eyes.
Huh?
Where's the?
Yeah. I'm pointing
where's
at
the,
you.
music
I'm
coming
pointing
from?
at me, and or not my eyes, my one eye. and I'm pointing
Well,
at
you have two
myself and
eyes.
covering my
One of
eye.
them's just
Oh yeah, it's a
scary
ruby.
red garnet.
Yeah.
A ruby.
Axel's trying
Oh,
to make me invisible.
You
Alright.
finally like give up and you just whisper,
Yeah,
"Make me
yeah,
invisible."
make me invisible.
all right. Riku shrugs. Cast invisibility on him.
Okay.
All right.
Let me find. So you are invisible. Who would like to enter the room first?
Axel, now that he's invisible, he's gonna see if the door is open. If a door can be,
Yeah,
opened.
the door can be opened. There's no issue opening it. And as you push it open, or sorry, as you pull it open, you see quite the sight in front of you, Axel. And I will give you quite a description here.
Fuck.
The enormous room features raised galleries at the east and west ends. 6 chanting figures reside the east gallery, their hands moving across the walls, drawing symbols, writing words, and lines across the symbols and words. It takes you a moment as you see them doing this until you realize that there is writing across every wall and space and floor and even the ceiling in this room. There are connections, unconnected, erased, reconnected. It is an enormous family tree being redrawn over and over and over again. You see that there is a spherical cage hanging from the 30-foot tall ceiling in the center of the room. There are many different small demon-like figures assisting in the drawings. There are several of these figures feasting on the corpse of a dead individual in front of what appears to be an enormous book in the western stage area. As you open the door, an individual steps out from behind a black obelisk residing on the eastern end and looks over in your general direction.
In my direction? So like I would
Yes.
step into the room up so I can see all this. And then
Yep.
okay, so I guess like sounds like he's got one of them things where it's like he can see invisible people.
Make an insight check.
Cause yeah, it's what insight. That is begins with the letter I.
Well, you're only invisible until you start swinging
Ooh,
anyway.
I rolled a 1, so I don't know shit.
You I mean, you have no idea whether he can see you or not. You're unsure.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna try to sneak through all these goons and attack the guy. What do you think? Anybody think that's a terrible idea?
Oh, that's fine. Because the little guys probably can't see you, but he can.
Oh fuck! I don't have my doing this without my big axe, but it's okay.
Roll
Okay.
stealth at advantage.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. My Domino's just got here.
Oh,
Okay.
Domino's.
Oh, that's a callback.
It's a
I feel like we're
classic.
playing with VGK again.
29. So my goal here is to sneak up to the guy and fuck him up.
All right, 29 is good enough. Do you close the door as you enter or not?
Ooh.
Or do you just leave the door open?
I feel like the way you asked that, I feel like I closed the door. I don't want to leave the homies.
We were shortly behind you anyway.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to leave. I don't want to leave the homies hanging, like
Okay.
just standing there with the door open.
Okay, the 29 will get you anywhere you would like within the range of your, what do you have, 50 feet or whatever?
50 feet, yeah.
Well, are we in combat?
So,
I mean,
We're about to
it's
be pretty
tactical
can
nonetheless. So
It looks like I can stand right next to the guy. This Vers never.
But that's
Yeah.
that's he's up
this
though.
this would be 5 feet below, so you would be attacking at disadvantage from that point, is what I would say.
See the stairs? He's at like
Yeah.
a raised platform.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me recalculating.
Oh, there's one other thing that you noticed.
Recalibrating.
There is a terrified elf in the cage, dangling about 15 to 20 feet up in the center of the room.
He's cannon fodder anyway, so forget him.
Yeah.
Unless you have a plan that
Okay.
involves him.
I feel like shit's about to go down, so I'll put myself. I feel like I can get to
Yeah.
like the
At
stairs.
the very least, getting close to him is probably not a bad idea.
And then I don't know. Can I silently? I would like to.
Oh, what about-
what?
You could probably run and jump, dog. That'll get you there, right?
As this is happening, let me just check one thing.
Ooh.
Does that not get him extra movement if he jumps? Does it not work like that?
You see Vers Never begin to cast a spell, and he uses Dispel Magic. Let me make a roll.
God damn, Riku.
He's gonna stand
You
up.
had to.
So that is going to be a 28 to use Dispel Magic, and that's going to overcome is a third level spell, second level spell for invisibility, Riku?
Invisibility? No.
Yeah.
It's it's a second level spell.
Okay.
You guys already getting fucked up?
Yeah,
Been
well,
going for like 2 minutes.
I was about to silently rage until Riku came up with his jump and started telling us doing the jump thing.
So
Sorry.
as you're creeping along, Axel, I would say that you get to about here as the Dispel Magic hits, and you know that you are suddenly visible as you can now see your arm and legs and feet.
As you were tiptoeing.
Now, to do that, you hear Vers Never's voice call out across the room loudly and clearly, so that Sir Venom and Riku and Vincent, you can hear this occurring and this spell being cast in the process.
Yeah, Riku can like sense his spell is gone. He's like, "Fuck, he's not invisible anymore. We gotta help our boy." Riku's like, "Get in there!"
Yeah, we burst in.
And as you
Yeah,
all
like-
burst in,
Like fucking Kool-Aid Man.
here,
Yeah, I guess
Bring you
they
all
wait
in.
to make room for everyone to burst in.
yeah.
Kicking down fucking doors.
Vers Never yells, "Hold!" Interesting. What have we here? Who are you?
You're
We're here
doom.
to- We're here to get a book and to stop you from whatever this is.
If you say your doom and the book thing, please roll initiative. All right, we got a 10 for Riku.
I'm not sure if it's better for Riku to be at the top or bottom of
So,
the turn order at this point.
can I be raging?
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, not yet.
Oh.
This
9
will
for
make you
Vincent.
angry though.
Yeah.
Well, that
He's
much is
pissed
clear.
because I said no.
Yeah. Well, no, I was about. So what happened was I was about to say I was raging, and then I got interrupted, and then shit happened. So I
Oh.
was like, it was.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I started yapping.
I will say though, as Sir Venom says your doom, it allows him to go first. So what would you like to do, Sir Venom?
Let's see.
And we'll go through one round of combat and then we'll take our 5-minute break.
So the guy that's hanging from the ceiling, how
Yep.
high up is he?
He's about 15, his feet are 15 feet up, his head is 20 feet up because he's standing in a cage and he's 5 feet
Vincent
tall.
would like to take note of how the cage is affixed.
It is affixed via a double set of chains bound to the ceiling through large inset sort of hooks.
I think I could probably get him out if that's what you're concerned with.
Not necessarily concerned, but
Well, it would stop the ritual, is what he's trying to do, I assume.
I was gonna shoot the chains and have it fall.
But it would still be in the circle.
Yeah. Might crush some beings underneath it. Little trap or something. Like a mouse trap.
Okay, 'cause I'm thinking. it
But
might
do
be
your
time-
thing, homie. Stop interrupting people.
And how high up is this?
That is 5 feet up. So the stairs ascend 5 feet to this platform up here.
Okay. And how tall are these guys?
Those guys are pretty small. Let me give you a description of them. Give me a religion check as well.
Religion. Ooh,
26.
26.
Damn. Yeah, you recognize them immediately as Quasits. You know that they are demonic beings. They look a little different, however. Every single one of them holds an ink bottle and a quill, and they are assisting in the ritual by writing things. They look a little smaller, or sorry, a little larger than you would typically expect them to be. Typical Quasits are tiny, whereas these are small creatures. And they look, funny enough, they look like they're kind of bookish. Typical Quasits are incredibly vicious looking. Here, I'll drop a photo in the chat. Um, they're
Guys look
typically
nerdy.
yeah, they're like
I was
just
just
like
gonna
little
say,
nerds. So
dirty
they're
monsters.
not this vicious. They're much derpier.
Like they're like that, but they got dorky glasses on.
They look like gremlins.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, so I guess so what I want to do is I want to break out Sunbeam, but I want to angle it so I get all of these guys.
Oh, okay. Here, let me drop a prop for you.
So it's a 5 foot wide, 60-foot long line.
Fine.
So I think that's 5 feet wide, and then 60 feet would be that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Have a Kamehameha
And-
now.
Yeah, I want to Kamehameha. So I want to like do this.
Okay.
So yeah, move to here, do that, get all those guys, miss Axel. Have it do so like it hits these two guys like in the head, but then still high enough to go over this little railing to like hit the bottom halves of these guys.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're able to do that. What do I do for? Is it just a damage roll from you? Is it a roll from
Um,
me?
They must
Sounds
make
like a
a
save.
Constitution saving
Yeah.
throw, and they have to beat an 18.
Gotcha.
My.
Constitution saving throw, and this is just going to be for all of them. Um, okay, so the Quasits have failed. The others, they die, actually. And as you hurt the cultists, they burn to a crisp as they don't react and they continue trying to write on the walls. And as they burn like pieces of paper, as if whatever ritual they are engrossed in, your breaking of their concentration or their attempt to continue in the ritual causes them to burn up into ash.
Do I even have to roll damage?
Not for them, for the Quasits you do, however.
Okay, and they failed, right?
Yes, the Quasits failed.
All right, so they take 26 damage and they are blinded until my next turn.
What kind of damage?
26 damage.
Radiant. I think?
Radiant.
Radiant.
Okay, all three of those Quasits are dead.
Nice.
Pretty dope.
Pretty good.
Um,
It seems like a big boy spell.
Yeah, 6th level.
oh, that
Oh,
is a big
that's-
boy spell.
Best part? It's concentration, so I can do it again next time.
You
Oh,
just
it's
move it.
interesting.
Oh wait. Oh, never mind.
I don't know about that one.
So the concentration part is just a mote of brilliant radiance shines in my hand. It sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to do that.
Okay. So you'll sort of just like let it burn out.
Yeah. So what? 'Cause I just remember this guy. He's a concentration spell. If I cast sunlight but didn't want to concentrate on that last part, would that still end concentration on other spells?
I would say, I'll say this: roll me an Arcana check. If you get a 16 or higher, you can succeed on concentrating on Corvus. If you get below 16, you'll fail.
14.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna say Corvus is
Oh.
gone.
Should have had him act before me. Well, I guess in that case, I'll keep the shining mote of sunlight up. Just in
Okay.
case a vampire wants to show up.
Okay. And you keep up the shining mote. These Quasits are dead. And is there anything else you would like to do for your turn? It looks like some movement. All good?
Oh, yep. Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah, move closer to Axel. Back him up. Get his back, because I'm assuming he's gonna bum rush the big bad.
Okay. Let's see. That will bring us to There's Never. He will look at you and he'll say, "It's too bad. Maybe we could have talked our way out of this." And he will look to cast. Hmm.
So many options.
Oh, yeah. He will use Corrupted Art, which he basically actually begins to draw in the air with a quill. And you see that he makes what appears to be some sort of family tree with 4 different folks in midair. And as it burns to a crisp in the same way that his cultists did when they were destroyed, you see this lance out in the form of necrotic fire at you, Sir Venom. I would need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
16.
That's exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
In this instance, it will do half damage. And
Half
so
of
it's
what,
good.
like 10 d8s?
It's 4d8, so half of 13 will be 7 in this instance. That's only the first of his 3 attacks. He will use the quill and sort of slash from afar. Let's see. Oh, actually, he can't use that from here, so he will move to this location actually, and call it good for his turn. That will then bring the turn of all of the different Quasits, and they will begin to surround you all. And I'm just going to begin to group them up around you, and we'll take it from there. This one will get to here. This one will actually move there. The others, boom, boom. And they're just frenzying to the best of their ability. So we're going to go left to right. In this instance, it looks like Vincent's going to have 3 attacks against him. The first of them will be a 13. The second will be a 10. The third will be a 7. So those all miss. Riku, you'll have 3 attacks. It's going to be a 17, an 18, and a 16. Do any of those hit?
2 of those.
Okay. And then I need 2 Constitution saving throws, please. You do take 5 claw damage and 6 claw damage, respectively. 2 Constitution saving throws, though. That's a success. So the first one does not do any extra damage. The second one, however, you can feel necrotic burn into your skin. So you will take a total of 14 damage across their attacks by the looks of it. That brings us to, it looks like we've got 2 on Sir Venom and 3 on Axel. The 2 on Sir Venom are going to be 17, that'll be a miss. And 12 Axel, it's going to be a 6, natural 20, and 13. So please roll 1 Constitution saving throw. You'll take 8 points of claw damage, and then you'll also take necrotic damage, and that's going to be critical. So that's going to be 15 points of damage against you as well, Axel, as the claws rake into you.
Oh, I bet that's got you pissed, Axel.
It is your turn, Axel, if you would like to tell me what you'd like to do.
Yeah, well, bonus action rage.
Done.
And I guess we start working on these ugly fellas. I'm trying to think if there's a way. I don't think there's a way I can get around them to get to the main guy. So yeah, I guess we'll go right guy first.
Okay.
Yeah, with where is dagger? Ooh, what do I think the AC is on these? I feel like I don't even need to be reckless because let's try it. Ooh, 14.
That is a hit.
Okay. Then we'll do some damage. And
So with the swipe of your dagger, you go through not one, not two, but all three because they are minions.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Let's yeah. How high is this little ledge that this little lip this guy's standing on?
So up to the base of it's 5 feet. To get up over the railing is going to be about 9 feet. Or you can like climb up to the edge and then climb over. That will be
All right.
an extra 5 feet of movement to do so, but you got plenty.
Yeah, I want like
Axel can fly.
Get to like there.
Yep.
And then okay. So I can't grapple him, right? Because that counts as like a full action, or can I grapple someone?
You can grapple him. That will use one of your attacks.
Yeah. Ooh, I think I want to get him. I think I want to pin him.
Okay.
Old style. Okay. Yeah. I want to pin this guy.
Gotcha.
Because if you can keep his hands out of play, he might not be able to cast spells.
Yeah, or cover his mouth.
Yeah. 26 for the strength check.
That is quite good. He is going to get an 11, so you grapple him.
Yeah. Nice. That's bonus action. That's my turn.
Okay. And you grab onto him. It is the end of your turn, so he will use a legendary action. Let's see what he can do with his legendary action.
Don't like that.
You hear him begin to list name after name after name. He lists about 15 names within the moments as you grab onto him, and you feel their life force and these memories assault your being. It's going to be psychic damage. I would need a DC 16 intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay, I might be using the old inspiration on this. So intelligence.
Yep.
Intelligence save.
Yep.
Not that it matters. Okay. Well,
intelligence related.
I think I'm a gambler. I think I'll roll the inspiration.
Okay. It is only going to do 10 points of damage.
That's not that bad.
But
only 10 points. Okay, but
yeah, it's going to be an then.
Yeah.
So it breaks the grapple and puts you prone.
Okay. And that's okay. That's we could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely could have been much worse.
That does use up all 3 of his legendary actions for this turn, however. And that will bring us to Riku. What would you like to do?
Riku!
Okay.
It's Riku's turn, everybody. I don't know if you realized.
You want a laugh track or something?
We heard.
What for me? For me yelling Riku?
Yeah, like Riku's here. Everyone say hi and laugh.
No, it's fine. I'm just seeing if I have I done my my daily Misty Step? Get away with it for free. No, I've done it. So I can't get away with it for free. But I will use my bonus action to Misty Step the F out of here and say to Vincent before I leave, I will be right back. And let's see.
Vincent looks confused.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna go the other way.
Yeah. It's like the
No.
first time Riku isn't just running full, just Leroy Jenkins into the fight.
No, I just wanted to get out of here without taking some damage. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Let's do this.
So Riku Misty steps 30 feet, appears to his friend on the ground and says, "Oh, we can't have that." Then he goes ahead and helps himself up here.
Okay.
And
He's 15 feet of movement.
He's gonna start swinging at the man.
All right. 2 attacks.
He's swinging.
12, no hit.
That does not hit. He just sort of like, it's odd. He doesn't phase out of the way, but like where his robes were, it's almost like a wraith for a moment, and it passes right through.
How about a dirty 20?
That does hit, however. And as your glowing sword filled with radiant energy strikes this undead.
Oh, he is undead.
He is undead.
So then I get a bonus D8. So this is a little extra radiant pepper on top. And then here's some fiery pepper. I don't know if the fire pepper affects him.
It does.
Okay, that's excellent. We like that.
And you see the radiant energy and the fire sort of lance through him. You can see that it has dealt solid damage to him, nearly 20 points of damage.
Wonderful. So I've used... I think we're good there. Used my movement, bonus action. I have more movement, but I'm not going anywhere, so...
Gotcha. Vincent, what would you like to do on your turn?
Shit. It's your time to shine, Vincent.
Yeah. I got 2 options. I think one is not resource management.
Or you kind of left you high and dry over there with 6 minions, huh?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying the best way to deal with them. So, I guess my first ask is, can I, we'll play the long game. Can I get into this hallway acrobatically, with like avoiding their attacks or no?
I think you take like 4 attacks of opportunity, or like 5.
You will take 6 attacks of opportunity. Or sorry, you'll take 5. You'll take 5 attacks of opportunity if you get into that hallway.
Yeah.
All right. And what if I went this? Can I get through them this way?
You cannot move through them.
They're not even like acrobatically, like Ninja Turtle, like moves and shit. There's no way these guys are like hitting my Ninja Turtle here.
No, yeah, that's actually kind of fair.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking like
if you would like to wall run over the one closest to the wall to your left, you may attempt to do so. It will be a pretty high.
What would that cost me?
It's going to be a pretty high acrobatics check. I'm going to say it's going to be like a 20 to get over them.
Yeah, and would
you
that
still
be like
might
my
take an attack of opportunity, is what I'll say.
I mean, think about this though. Before you, if you have time before you attempt this, what does getting here really do for you?
I know. Well, so here's what I was thinking: is either way, I'm either can get back here and then ready my action to like they're gonna come after me, and then I just because I can minion kill all these. I'm just trying to think of the most efficient way to.
I have a
all.
question.
I could either do here and shoot through them all.
The acrobatics, I will say, will not take your action.
I have a question on Vincent's behalf.
Yeah.
I also could just shoot them point blank and do AoE damage.
Is he able to shoot the main guy without or is his view obstructed by all these minions?
His view is partially obstructed, not by the minions, funny enough, but by... actually, it's not obstructed by anyone because you're prone, Axel.
Yeah. Take the shot, Vincent.
Yeah, ignore the imminent danger. Go for the shot.
I thought it was obstructed, but then I remembered you were prone. So
don't you have a nuke saved up from your
I
belt?
do, but I wanted to take care of these guys first and then nuke him.
You could just go in your shell after this. Is it a bonus action to do that?
It's to go in my shell. It's a withdraw. Let me see.
Really funny. I totally
I
forgot
know.
about that.
Fire
Yeah.
some shots and then
This
just
this
turtle
could be the
up.
first time
But
he does it the whole
then-
campaign.
but
Like,
then-
No,
over
I
like
did
a
it the-
year later.
No, I did it the first day. I
But
think.
then it's like also
did, yeah.
another action or bonus action to come out of the shell. So
Yeah, you can use a bonus action to emerge from your shell.
Yeah.
Then where's the oh, shell defense withdraw. While in your shell, you have a +4 bonus to AC, an advantage on strength and con saves. You're also prone, have no speed.
yeah, so all those guys would get
Can't take
advantage.
reaction.
All those guys would get advantage on you.
They would get
Yeah, because
I
you'd
don't.
be
I
They
don't
would
think
have
they would
advantage?
hit though, unless because your AC
Well,
would
they'd
be
have-
really high.
it would
AC's
be
high.
22. It would be 22.
Yeah, they would basically have to roll like 19s and above.
But I think to get it's an action to get in it.
Okay.
I can't attack and then do it. If that's what the suggestion was. All right, so okay, we just have to make a decision here.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Can I shoot one of these? I guess my question is like the disadvantage, like can I shoot things right in front of me? I guess that's what I have to think about right now.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
All right.
And I can't remember whether or not you have
Yeah,
advantage or
my-
disadvantage on
I
it.
think
But
it's disadvantage on that.
yeah.
But if I
Well,
also
this
then
one.
use my sharpshooter, doesn't that get rid of it?
That gets rid of cover, like some cover that they
Yeah.
might have.
I don't think it gets rid of it. I think
Alright.
there's like crossbow expertise or something
Yeah.
does that instead.
All right, then we're just gonna make a decision. That's what we're gonna do. We are gonna shoot this guy.
Okay. You'll shoot that guy and you're shooting in that direction. You can hit I want to say 3 of them, depending on how much damage you do.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. Because I was gonna say that my whole that I have one of my arrows can do AOE.
Okay. You can do that as well if you'd
but
like.
what if my arrow's gonna do it anyway? Alright, so I'm gonna hit him. I hit him,
Yep.
and we'll just see what the damage is.
This guy is dead.
Alright, so it's 16 damage.
So that lances through and it kills those 3.
And then anything within 10 feet, I can add 2d6 force.
Okay.
How many would that affect?
That would hit all of these guys.
These 3? Alright, then we're gonna do that. And I think it hits myself too, but I'm willing to.
Okay. And go ahead and roll the damage then.
2d6. Oh, let me just make sure. Bursting 2d6. Yep. So 8
Oh.
damage each.
Okay. They all have 5 hit points. It kills all of them.
Nice. Hey, that was my first shot.
Casually killing 7 of the minions in one shot.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to do, but I had to think about how to do it.
Go ahead and add that 8 damage to yourself if you haven't done so already.
Yeah, I did.
It does reverberate and hit you.
Down to 68.
Gotcha.
And then is that all the minions? Oh, there's one left.
I think there's
Yeah,
one
you'll be
left, yeah.
We'll be able to handle them. And then I guess we'll now we'll go after the big guy if all the threats are gone. But I just want to read if my thing costs any does the Dreamweaver cost any what's it called? Anything to use its
Like
thing?
Like
Charges? Yeah.
yeah, it uses
Like
up all 3.
No, but I'm saying, does it use is it a bonus action or is it just kind of?
Oh no, it's just
Does
part
it
of the
use any
attack.
of that Okay. All right. Well, let's nuke this guy. Let's get it over with. Second
Okay.
shot's gonna be with Dreamweaver. We're gonna take a snipe shot
All right.
for the extra damage. So -5. This. Ooh, terrible roll.
Oh, that is going to be a miss, Vincent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am. Oh, I already used it. Damn it! I can't do my redirect. All right, then we'll just take another shot, a third
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
Same. I'm gonna snipe it. -5.
21 is a hit.
21.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So 21 damage. Then Dreamweaver is going to expel all 3 charges.
So it does a ton of
Trigger
damage
memory
plus
land.
40.
Yeah. 10d6
Zapped
plus
him.
40. 10d6 plus 4.
That must be very scary for us to be near that shot.
38 plus 40.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying because it's again this like her super bright beam of light that shines out across the room and just lights up the entire silhouette of There's Never. He is still standing. He's very, very bloodied, very damaged.
Great.
And this is where we will take our 5-minute break because it's going to bring us back to the top of the turn order. All creatures that were killed in the last round suddenly have a beam of dark energy shooting at them from the obelisk. And each and every one of them is revived.
That's
no.
badass. That is fucking badass, dude.
Yeah.
And that is this lair action. In terms
Wow.
of There's Never, and in fact, actually more than just, so this guy's going to be alive now.
The sacrifice man.
The sacrifice man is now alive. And that actually brings us to, oh, and There's Never regenerates. Let's see. He ends up regenerating 19 hit points. Sir Venom, what would you like to do as all of the Quasits that were surrounding you are struck by this beam of dark energy and rise?
I'm
Damn.
gonna look around and just be like, shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna look at the obelisk. It
Mhm.
might be. Should we
Mhm.
destroy the obelisk?
We need that shit
maybe?
taken out.
This is like that meme of the guy walking with the girl. The girl is the things around you, then the obelisk is the thing you're looking at.
Yeah, Axel and Riku got this. The big bad. You got that obelisk.
Yes, I am going to. I'm gonna fling one of my divine feathers at it.
Okay.
And let's see. So it's a +10 to hit. Let's see. Nat 20 on a 4th level guiding bolt.
And
Oh,
that's at the
no.
obelisk?
Yeah, but it's at the obelisk.
That sounds amazing, though.
Yeah.
So it's 14d6.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that many dice being rolled at once.
Max roll on that. 14 times 6. 84 for a max.
So
Oh my goodness.
67
Oh my goodness.
radiant damage
67.
Okay.
Wow.
slams into the obelisk in a
So it's funny.
barrage of divine feathers.
The sequence of events happens really quickly. You see the obelisk blast out these dark energy beams across the room at all of these creatures, bringing them back to life. And you see Sir Venom turn and hurl this radiant energy. And as it does, the obelisk sort of cracks all the way back down to the base, shatters, and splinters fall across the floor. And as it does so,
Wow.
the room is engulfed in shadow. So
The whole thing?
everything.
And what is
Yes.
what is
The room is engulfed in this sort of shadowy mist, and everything turns black and white colored.
Does it matter
There in this.
about whatever light Riku is emitting?
When
Sir
Your
Venom,
light
you
still
still have to
casts light across the room, but
Okay. I just didn't know if it like negated any of effects this might be doing.
Looks like we all got flashbanged.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still
I was gonna-
I'm doing what, sunlight out to 30 feet? Oh, I never
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Se-
ask. Is your little
7
ball of light?
yeah, the 7 damage I took, I'd roll a concentration check for that, right? Concentration save?
Yes.
Yeah, anytime you take damage, if you have a con up, yeah.
I'm guessing a 21 probably passes for 7 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just
you're good on that.
have to
Okay.
beat the damage.
Does his ball of white light like
And he's-
counteract this haze?
You
or
were
no?
saying he's undead, right?
He is
yeah.
undead.
Does
Rico's doing extra damage.
does sunlight in particular do anything to undead, or is that just vampires?
I think that's just vamps.
Depends on the creature, I would say.
Okay. Well, he is in my sunlight. Looks like the whole room is in my sunlight, pretty much.
Oh, that's not your sunlight. That's the sort of shadow that falls across the room after you destroy the obelisk.
Okay. Yeah. 'Cause
What I was
sunlight
saying for you was
it's
your
like-
orb in your hand.
Yeah, that's doing sunlight out like this, 30 feet from me.
Here, I can place that as well if you would like.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Was does that like? Can we see that interact with this? I guess I'm trying to determine what this like haze is, like a darkness.
All you know is that it's shadow. It's it's like the world has been turned black and white effectively. Actually, Sir Venom, it is your turn. I will allow you to roll either an insight check or just a flat intelligence check. Your choice.
Definitely insight. 25.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It reminds you of being home.
Okay, so
Ooh. Connected
So
to your home realm.
when I lived in the Shadowfell, is that what like things looked like kind of black and white?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Do I get like, other than just the way it looks, do I get any other type of like, I don't know, senses from the environment, like a magical background radiation that reminds me of the Shadowfell?
Yeah, as you look
Does it feel like
around,
we're
you
in the
see
Shadowfell, or just like the Shadowfell is like leaking into our realm?
with a 25, you look around, all colors are muted, everything appears in black and white. Even the sunlight that you're emanating does not necessarily cut through the gray in the way that you would expect it to. As you look and you try to remember something, you see a drop of water fall by you. The memory that you remembered falls out of your grasp and hits the floor. You are in the Shadowfell.
Ah,
So yeah, we're in my my hometown. Home court advantage.
Oh, here, let me connect that to you. Let me tie that to you.
Sound very good.
I think it needs to actually be maybe even a little bigger. I guess it doesn't matter if it doesn't do anything like mechanically.
I'll make it bigger for you.
Yeah, I want my ball to be nice and big. Alright,
Is
and
there
that
anything else
was-
you'd like to do?
I definitely don't want to move, and I use my action. I can't cast another spell with a bonus action. I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it for
Then
me.
we will go back. We will go to There's Never.
I'd flip him off for
Yeah.
breaking because I broke his thing.
I don't know, when you say it like that, it's like,
Oh,
uh
I'd be
oh.
like, yeah.
Actually, at the end of your turn, There's Never will cast a spell. And he will cast Dominate Person on
Mm.
Axel.
Mm. Okay.
Oh no, wait, no.
Oh.
60 feet. 60 feet. He will cast Dominate Person
Oh.
on Vincent.
Oh.
Huh?
So I need Vincent to please make a Wisdom saving throw.
Does that mean he's gonna turn on us?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
At least he blew his load in that last
Oh,
round.
Wow, Vincent.
what a roll.
You needed a roll like that high too, probably.
Vincent shrugs.
Fuck this
All
guy.
right. So that would be he blew his entire legendary action load on casting
Yeah.
that spell. So now it is his turn, and for his turn he will. Gosh.
What a roll.
Yeah, seriously. He will Dimension Door.
Oh.
What a coward.
Oh, come on.
Dimension Door to here.
Mm.
Yeah, no, he'll Dimension Door to there,
Just
and
measuring.
that will
Don't mind
end
me.
his turn. And at the end of his turn, he will touch this guy next to him, and he will absorb all of his life force, causing him to die.
Ugh.
So he got
And
more
he will
HP?
gain.
That,
He
that
did.
poor guy. He's like, oh, I'm alive again.
Yeah.
For like half a turn. And, oh, I'm dead.
He's just continuing
And
the sacrifice, though, you know, the ritual.
he will regain. Actually, he will regain 14 plus whatever this is because I rolled a 1. Oh, sweet. So he will gain 23 hit points. That will be the end of his turn. It's going to be a lot of attacks on you, Vincent. I hate to say. Oops. Let me
He can
this
tank
back.
Right
him.
on.
You can tank him.
I got 18 AC.
Well, I was gonna say, going on that shell might have sounded pretty good about now.
Right?
So if 1, that's going to be a hit. 2, that's going to be a hit. 3,
Oh, no.
is that a hit?
Stop. Oh my
That's a
god, it's
hit.
gonna kill him.
That's
4.
crazy.
Okay, so that one's not a hit. So 3 hits. Only 3 hits. I need you to roll 3 Constitution saving throws, please.
Saves.
So from the claws,
Bad.
you'll end up taking 15 points of damage. The first Constitution saving throw is a success. The second is a success. The third is a success. You take no necrotic damage from these claws. You do take 15 points of damage.
15 total.
Yeah, 15 total.
Alright.
And then
Down to 53.
You can get rid of that background if it's like getting in the way.
Yeah, a little bit. I put it on the map layer, and I thought it was like fine, but I don't know.
It's gotta go.
Yeah.
No, it's gotta go. It's gotta go.
Oh, we got rid of.
Servetum blinks out of existence.
We detach it from you correctly, and then because I think I had it attached to both you, and you were attached to it, like, and vice versa. There we go. All right. One of them is going to attack Axel at advantage. This is going to be a 19, so that'll be a hit. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. And you got the 10 that you needed. And then we are going to get, let's see, 6 attacks on Servenom. And they are livid because you destroyed the obelisk. So 1. Actually, can any of them even hit you? What's your AC? 21? Yeah, they
20,
can hit you.
21.
All right. Another 21.
Oh my goodness.
5, 6. All right, 3 hit.
Oh, damn. Oh, nat 1 on the con save.
All right. That 23 is a success, and the 18 is a success. So I end up doing 7, 6. I end up doing, gosh, how much is that? 26 points of damage to you, 6 of which is necrotic.
26 points.
When we
It's because
save those claw attacks on the con save, is it just do we just take the full damage or?
yeah, you take the claw damage, but you would take none of the necrotic damage when you make that
I think I forgot to have
save.
it. I think I forgot to have it for raging. So I took.
Oh,
3.
and
yeah.
actually, this one other guy is alive. Let me just see where I can put him. Yeah, one more will attack you, Axel. And this is going to be an advantage as well, because you're prone. The 19 hits. So go ahead and make a con save for that. You are successful, so you'll take 6 points damage, or halved.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us all the way back around in the turn order to you, Axel. What would you like to do? You're prone on the ground,
Yeah.
but raging.
I kind of want to get back on that bad guy's ass. But I might have to take an advantage, an attack of opportunity. Oh, but yeah, okay. So movement is halved, right? So I get up,
Yeah.
I stand up. How much movement do I have?
Yeah. You got 25.
All right. So 25 would get me here, and then I could bonus action dash. Yeah, I can get to this guy. And then Riku, you got those boots of speed, right? So you can just
Oh yeah, I'm
click
fast as
them.
fuck.
All right. So I will. So how many? Will both of these guys get an attack of opportunity on me?
Yes, they will.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. First one is going to be a miss. The second one is almost a natural 20, but also a miss.
All right. So then. So
He's moving.
Yeah. 25 is gonna get me here, and then I use cunning action to dash. I can get to the guy, so we're gonna do that. Be like, hey, what up? And I'm gonna grapple him again.
Okay.
Yeah, get him all locked up on the grapple.
Give him a little bear hug.
That is the wrong roll here.
Wrong roll.
He's got a
I almost
strength
clicked
check.
the wrong
Oh,
roll.
he made a 19, actually.
I got a 26.
Damn. Okay. You throw your arms around him.
Yeah.
And you watch as one of the Quasits dies, and he turns incorporeal, and your grapple fails. He's used a legendary action or legendary resistance on it.
This guy, he's a freaking legend.
He's a necromancer lich man's.
So I'm like, oh, so my my hand comes off of him, and then I'm like, all right, and then I recklessly stab him in the chest.
Okay.
Like phase through this bitch.
Say 29
that's
to
a hit.
hit. For 12 plus 2, so we're looking at 14, and then this is sneaky. I'm being sneaky.
Okay.
Oh, 2 1s. So that is 20 damage.
All right. He's still standing.
Yep. That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yep.
He has no more legendary actions, therefore we will go to Riku.
Okay.
Yeah, get the flank on this guy.
I got that 70 movement with my boots. So we're zooming over here. And let's see.
Yeah, make some calculations.
Quick work of this here. 30 feet.
Gotcha.
And then we're gonna do another, whatever it takes, try to get around him here. If I can get in between.
I would say that would be 30 feet right here.
Okay, well, I got 70 total, so.
Oh, actually, you could go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 or 30. So either one of those points is going to be 30. Oh, you could get to. I'm not sure you can get between here. Oh no, you can. That'd be okay.
Okay. It's just like snapping me there.
Yeah.
There we go. I got a little separation. But yeah. I'll get behind him and I'm gonna try to stick him in the back. So do I have advantage here?
Yes, you do.
Oh. I never do this. I'm gonna do it for once. Let's see.
That's a hit.
Dirty 20. We're gonna give the extra D8 and the D6 on the same roll, I guess. Why not? So 16 radiant 4 fire for the first attack. And then for the second attack, that looks like a hit too.
That is a hit.
We're going to do one of these. So 12 radiant, 4 fire. And have a bonus action.
Oh.
We're going to give my my bardic. We're going to give it up.
Did you already have your boots turned on?
Yeah.
Or do you? Okay.
Yeah, because like I knew we were about to get into combat, so I would have done that like preemptively.
Okay.
It's kind of like a sort of just.
He actually had them turned on from last session. Although, I mean, it's just a bonus action or something at the beginning of combat.
It has a limit, but like I like switch them off after like we fight, and then just like turn them on when I'm like if I know we're rolling up to a fight.
Okay.
Because like I mean, if we were going towards this chanting, I would have known something was up. So
yeah.
But if we're like ever surprised, then I'll play it like okay, they're not on.
Yeah.
But what was bonus action. Bardic inspiration. Let's see.
I'd say Vincent.
Yeah, I was looking at one of the boys here who are surrounded. I think one of them needs to be inspired. Well, Vincent's closer to us, so I can help him. So I think I'm going to inspire Sir Venom. You hear Riku whisper in her ear, "Don't die, my friend. This is for you." You've been bardically inspired.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And do you want to describe your attack, please?
On the necromancer man's?
Go ahead and describe your attack as well, Riku.
I start slashing. It just
you
looks
did you did quite a lot of damage.
It looks like beams of light very quickly because Riku is extremely fast. Like his movements are hard to track with the naked eye. What's up? You're kind of breaking up there, boss.
Uh-oh.
For everyone else or just me?
I think it's... Can you hear me?
Good.
I can hear everyone except
I don't
Nick.
feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Pretty good. Here, let me switch back to my hotspot. Give me a moment. Let's see.
We're going so good.
Yeah.
All right, let's try this. I think this is much better.
Hello?
We're moving. Okay, here we are. We're back.
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead and describe the attack because it's going to be a big one.
Yeah, so Riku just like he's basically like the Flash at this point with like his movement, like not quite at his full capabilities because he's not what's it called? Hasted up right now. But he's he's still pretty fast as fuck, and he's just like moving like quick, and you just see like quick flashes of light, and you see like the streams of like his slashes, and then they just kind of like explode with even more light, like where he's like hit him.
Okay. And as this occurs, you see all of the quasits around you begin to burn up as if they were paper and book, and they begin to turn to ash and drift away. There is no memories within these creatures, so there is no water or moisture that hits the floor. The individuals bound by the ritual, however, The cultists, they also begin to burn up, but their liquid falls to the floor and splashes amongst the stones, settling in the grooves, the cement holding together the stone floor. This happens to all the creatures tethered to Ver's Never, because he himself begins to burn up like a book as well. And you hear him screaming curse after curse at you. His back had been turned, and his head slowly turns around, haunting as it says to you, I was to be the rightful king. It was mine. It was mine. And his hand sort of reaches out and burns up as well. At this, the shadowy mist sort of fades. Color returns to the room. You see the bloodstains on the floor. There's nothing but ash. In fact, there is no liquid from the cultists, as it seems it was left behind in the Shadowfell as you return to the material plane. All about you are dead bodies, or whatever, or I should say the remains of the dead bodies. And there is no more lich. You do see the elf in the cage, and you can see him peering through the bars, face close. What the hell happened? Oh, did we just lose Vincent as well?
Oh, looks like it.
Oh, yeah. It's falling apart. We're falling apart here.
I see him on the buddy list to the right there. He's online.
Hey, he's back.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Come on, man.
As I was saying, the elf in the cage sort of looks at you all and says, "What happened? How? Oh God! Can you get me down?"
Sure.
Is there like a contraption to lower the cage anywhere?
Riku just Misty
Lever or
steps.
something?
Hold on. Let me just make sure I have the spells for this before I do this. Yeah, Riku Misty steps in there, in the cage with him.
Okay.
Inside the cage with the man, and then it's just like face to face, like crammed, like uncomfortably. He's like, I'm like, hey, sorry, this will just take a sec. And then the dimension door appears below them, and then they just kind of fall through the bottom, like out the other side, and like land on the ground.
Okay. He let me just double check something. He's going to hit the ground with you. It might cause him to get hurt a little, but that's okay.
But I'd make it like a safe distance to fall, not the full,
okay.
from the ceiling.
Yeah, he lands on his feet with you. Gotcha.
And I'd like quickly ask him, be like, "What's up with the this guy over by the book? Was he with the necromancer or with the lich?"
Yes. He kept being killed and revived. It was pretty awful, frankly. He would die, and then the obelisk would bring him back to life, and he would continue on with the ritual, and a new name would be inscribed, I believe, in the book. It's almost as if they were taking the names from the walls, and you can see around you that the names on the walls are actually slowly beginning to dissipate now that the ritual has been interrupted, and then he himself would transcribe them into the book. I don't know. It was something about the truth of the matter. My understanding was that they were simply attempting to understand everything by writing it on the walls, but when they got something right, that was when the man by the book was actually able to inscribe it in the book.
Well, I assume this is the book we're taking, Riku says.
And I guess we'll leave this guy dead, it sounds like. I'd take a closer look at the book.
Out of the way.
See what the book says.
Vincent, you move the dead body out of the way. You and Sir Venom can get closer to this book. It's pretty big. We're talking effectively like large dictionary size, like one of those ones that you would see on like the librarian's desk or whatever back in elementary school. Just like comically large book. It's like 2 feet tall, 1.5 feet wide, and then when it's open, it's a full like 3 feet wide. The pages are all written. They are written in the blood of whoever was transcribing. And it is, if you look at it, filled with a genealogy of the Sword Coast. as you glance at it, because you see names and you see elvish names, dwarven names, human names, halfling, so on and so forth. Waterdeep, what year they were born within the Dale Reckoning calendar. So 1372 DR next to a halfling by the name of Jerabul
And
Tendun.
what year is it currently?
It is currently 1522.
So at least 200 years of records.
Correct. And in fact, as you glance at it a little further, you see that it's chronological. So they have moved up, if you glance through the book, there's over 1,000 years worth of heraldry within this tome.
Who's the what's the first name written in the book?
That's an interesting one. The first name is actually, let me pull up my notes just to get this right.
What a question to ask.
And he's looking through to find the first name, paging through. I would ask Sir Venom, what was, if he knew it had any insight of why we were in a different dimension in here, and if the Raven Queen is here.
I'll let
She's
you answer
everywhere, my friend.
first.
Yeah, I turn to Vincent and like smile and be like, "That was the Shadowfell, my friend. That's where I grew up. That's where the Raven Queen calls home.
Yeah,
Not
but like,
not that exact part of it, but like we were in the same realm that she rules over.
Yeah, I know, but like, is that because of here, or what? Why did that happen? Are they
Something to
linked
do
in
with
some way?
something to do with the obelisk. I
Yeah,
bet it
Riku,
had something to do with that book that we found earlier, the one that mentioned the convergence of the spheres or whatever. That this place was somehow like linked to the Shadowfell.
yeah, Riku's like, it has to do with this, points to the book, and then points over to the obelisk, and then also that.
Hmm.
These
Yeah.
two things.
Where are you pointing?
Well, I was pointing at the book and then where the obelisk once stood. It's broken now, but
Oh, and what about the other circles? Were there obelisks there? Maybe.
And the elf
The other
pipes
4
up.
circles, 5
The elf
circles.
pipes up and he sort of says, no, I don't know. Sometimes they would enter the circles, some of the other cultists, and they were able to basically figure out a name a little quicker. It was a little odd. They were only able to do it like a few times a day.
It was
Maybe
like
concentrate
tapping
the
into
power
some
of the
sort of,
ritual.
yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's right, he says, and he's sort of like trying to be near you guys, edging away from any of the like ashy remains of the creatures around you. The first name in the book. The first name in the book, as you search for it, you go back to the very first page and you see one Nasher Alagondar. If you are from the Sword Coast, which at least 3 of you are, Sir Venom, this would not include you. Go ahead and make a history check. I want to say like a flat intelligence roll. Axel, you're going to succeed on this. And Vincent, let's see your roll.
It's a flat intelligence. Not very good.
Yeah, Vincent, the name means nothing to you. Riku, it sort of tugs at your mind. You know you should know it, especially having grown up in Neverwinter, but you can't remember it. Axel, funny enough, you know the name Nasher Alagundar because he was a fearless former adventurer and the first ruler of Neverwinter who created the Alagondar royal family. The Alagondar royal family were rulers of Neverwinter, and you know that they spawned what became the Neverember line. In fact, it is said that Lord Neverember himself is a relation to Nasher Alagondar. As you look at this first page and you look at the names, you see links to different pages in notations next to the name. And if you flip to those pages, you see several other names. You see Vers Never with a dotted line, and you see Daggelt Neverember.
Yeah. They stepbrothers.
Yeah. What?
Vincent would try to investigate the link of what this guy, like a discrepancy. Does anything stand out? Could could be this guy thinks that there's something nefarious going on, and I want to check the records.
Make an investigation check, sort of like flipping between the notations in the book. See if you can follow the notations, basically, because there's footnotes. There's lots of different little things that are, written in the margins.
I'm gonna use a lucky roll.
Okay.
I got plenty. How about 16?
That's actually a success. It was going to be a 14. Takes you about a minute. You realize there's a few different things happening here. Nasher Alagondar is remembered because of his rulership of Neverwinter, and in particular becoming the first focused king of Neverwinter some 150 years ago. You know that he founded the Neverember line, and that the Neverember line eventually fell to Dagult Neverember, who is the current king. What you didn't realize when you first saw the names in the dotted line was that Vers Never is claimed to be a bastard son of Lord Nasher Alagondar, and that this would then indeed make Vers Never the rightful ruler of Neverwinter.
Don't have bastard clauses in Neverwinter.
They do not.
Okay, and then Vincent would think to himself, well, if he's a true heir, so to speak, what ritual, what were they trying to do here, ritualistically?
From those rules, you're unsure. If you want to, you've got
I'm
a little
asking
bit
the
of
group.
arcane.
I'm trying to tie these together. Talking out loud to the group.
Gotcha.
I'm not that smart. What do you guys think? Like, what?
I'm thinking, why did they want this book?
Well, it seems like they're either rewriting it to get his name in it, or if he truly is some sort of thing, I'm trying to figure
I mean,
out what the
like,
ritual
why
would
did the
be doing.
people we're working for want this book?
Ooh, well,
Yeah,
probably because it can be manipulated in a way. This is
It's
the
a very
lineages.
specific book.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
there
it
any
makes sense. I don't know why, but
is there any magical energy coming off the book?
Who sent us here?
I'm gonna cast detect magic to see if
Riku says, "Who sent us here?"
Yeah, there. Okay, so we'll start with a few things. When you cast detect magic, you can tell that there is a strong necromantic aura coming from the book.
Okay, so it's definitely a magical book, guys.
Mm.
I'm getting that there must be some way for people to manipulate these bloodlines somehow if the genealogies are written in the book.
blood magic.
Yeah,
maybe we should have destroyed this book.
We were sent here by the Lord's Alliance, Riku.
Who would be covering this up? We just stumbled. Speaking of conspiracy government theories,
but if we don't bring them the book, we don't get paid. So do we want to be good guys?
Can we give them a false book? Can we give them a false book?
They seem pretty smart.
And
they got that zone of truth.
We're
Just a
already
reminder as well.
wealthy.
This book is supposed to let you into Candlekeep. That's why they actually sent you this way, because they said it would be your admission into Candlekeep.
Yes, good. Yeah, of course we remember that.
Obvious.
I knew that.
So pack it up. Let's get out of here. Actually, let's loot. Let's do a loot. Loot this room before we,
Yeah, check the necromancer's robes. Check that dead dude.
And
dead guy.
I don't want to touch any of the obelisk, but I mean, we should at least look at it.
Well, Vincent will check out an obelisk then, because he's interested in teleporting to see the Raven Queen. So
I'd yell over to Vincent, make sure you wear gloves when you touch it.
Yeah, don't.
What was there?
Take a
Do I remember
step back here.
the last obelisk we destroyed? I think the one at the island when the evil mushroom baby showed up. There was something encased within that obelisk. Was there anything in this one? When it broke, was there anything fall out or anything underneath or inside of it?
Yeah, you want to sift through the ruins of it with Vincent?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you sift through the ruins?
I would definitely not use my hands. What do I have on me?
And by the way, just as a side note, who took the book?
Probably Riku with his bag of holding that he could stick it in. Because it looks like it's too big to fit in anyone's like pockets.
Yeah, it's quite large.
I could carry it.
Put in my bag.
Okay. Toss it in the bag of holding. Yeah, what are you sifting through the ruins of this obelisk with?
I guess with my I have the staff of power, but I don't want to risk that breaking.
Well, we know that the obelisk has to be powered by something. I think like is the thing, right?
Yeah, I guess I'd use like my dagger to kind of like move pieces around.
Yeah, and the pieces are roughly half of the size of the dagger, and they're all shards as well. Like they're roughly the size of half of the size of the dagger. They look like small blades, and you sort of are able to sift through it. As you do so, you don't see anything that catches your eye, I would say.
Is there magic coming off the pieces?
There is every school of magic coming off of every single piece.
Okay.
Vincent would
And-
take a
and
little shard, put it with his with the Raven Queen thing that Sir Venom gave him.
Okay. In fact, I was going to say, Sir Venom, you notice that there are schools of magic sort of emanating from this that you kind of don't recognize. And because it's a color spectrum typically that indicates a school of magic, it's sort of like infrared colors and colors off of like the typical color spectrum that sort of hit your eyes that are surprising. Vincent, you take a piece and do you put it in a pouch or something? You just put it
I was
somewhere.
gonna try to put it like with the thing Sir Venom gave me that had to do with the
The
Raven Queen symbol.
symbol of
Thinking
Ravenkind?
that
Sure.
yes, thinking that they would I don't know, power each other up in some way.
Okay, you pick up a piece and you hold it to the symbol of Ravenkind. You wait for a moment. You wait, you think, you hope. Roll me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Yes, I can do that. I'm gonna use a lucky roll.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
13.
13, I guess.
Okay.
Save the last one.
You sit there and your mind wanders to thoughts of the Raven Queen. And finally, you hear a small chuckle in the back of your head. Why not? And the shard absorbs into the symbol of Ravenkind. You feel it vibrate ever so slightly. And it can now act as a tuning fork to reach the Shadowfell.
Nice.
There we go. Visit her sometime now. Tuning fork. Sir Venom. Check this thing out. I'd show Sir
mean,
Venom.
Are you gonna make a god?
I don't know. I still don't know what that means. It's a tuning fork. I don't know how to use a tuning fork, but it's one step closer.
We've come across tuning forks before, haven't we?
So the only other tuning fork that I believe you've specifically come across was one that linked the Isle of Terrascola to the Abyss that allowed Zugmoy, the vestige of Zugmoy, to be carried through by Ayus. Typically, tuning forks are utilized with the plane shift spell, and you need a tuning fork to the plane that you wish to go to be able to plane shift there. So you at least now have a tuning fork.
Didn't we find a tuning fork to the plane of fire? Was that this campaign or another campaign?
Oh, did you find that in Barovia?
I think we did. I remember finding a tuning fork to a
You
plane of
remember
fire.
it.
Did you have that on you, or was that? Let me see.
What a recall.
Right?
Yeah,
we'll
right?
go with Sir Venom as it because he remembered.
Or did your other character have it that's no longer with us?
I would have to spend some time digging. I'm not sure there's one in Barovia because I think it would have happened in Barovia. Although there is something reminiscent about this. Oh no, I know what it was. You found a tuning fork to the plane of fire when you killed that red dragon in the abbey.
Oh yeah, we did do that,
The
didn't
dragon.
And we fight.
I remember the dragon.
Where was the abbey? In Barovia?
No, the
That was
abbey
the,
was
like,
Oh, with the
south
Minotaurs or
of,
whatever.
exactly.
we? Yeah.
We get a
Oh,
wind chime. We have a wind chime that we got.
that's
from
when we ran into
Wow.
the like alien folk,
The
right?
Yankee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
Well,
coming back now.
Yeah, I'm adding it to equipment so we don't forget about it again. But yeah, so now we have 2
Well,
tuning.
who knows plane shift?
I don't think any of us know it yet, but soon Riku will probably know it.
That's a 7th level spell. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Clerics can get it. So once we get 7th level, I'll be able to take us there.
Do note about plane shift, it does have a material cost as well. So, I mean, in this instance, you only have the ability to travel to, I guess, the plane of fire and the Shadowfell.
Yeah, would
And does it
where is it?
use up? Like, would it destroy the tuning fork once we used it, or are they like multi-use?
No, it's infinite use, but you know, yeah, it's infinite use, I would say. The one thing that you should try to think about is that technically, you can
Ooh,
also know the sigil sequence.
yeah, I was just reading that. That's
What
for
we
the
need, yeah.
teleportation circle.
I was gonna say, would be able to come back. Like,
If you know the sigil sequence, is that something that like we could learn? Like,
So
what would that tell?
via my notes, I believe that Riku knows the sigil sequences of Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, Waterdeep, and now the pirate hideout over in the Corrin archipelago. I believe that Sir Venom knows the sigil sequence technically within the Raven Queen's palace, the Moray Isles, the land of Chult, and Neverwinter. So you both can go back and forth to Neverwinter in your home. Actually, and you can both go to Waterdeep because you know the Bard's College sigil sequence in Waterdeep. So you know several each, is what I would say.
Okay. So does that mean once I learn this spell, I'll be able to take us to the Raven Queen Palace?
Does.
Nice. I
Um,
turned to
that is
Vince.
cool.
I'm like, we'll get there soon, buddy. Like, I just gotta, I gotta power up my magic a little bit further, and I'll be able to get us there.
you need to become worthy.
Yeah, I want to know how I can get there on my own.
I
That's
just
cool.
told you.
I want you to bring me.
Should
Oh, you
we?
mean your other
guys
home?
No. I just meant me on my own. Is what I meant.
You guys want
Not
to?
have you bring me there.
Should we turn in this quest?
Yeah. You can make our way out of here. We should still. We didn't do any searching besides the obelisk. We're gonna do some pillaging.
Yeah,
Sure.
did the lich or like any of the minions or guy?
Oh, they all burned up.
Yeah, there's very
Did we leave
little
anything else?
remains, I would say. There's little piles of ash all about, but beyond that, nothing
What about
else.
these statues? These statues, anything cool?
They just appear to be. You actually look around and you realize that this was a part of the crypt. This was probably desecrated to become this unholy place, and that beforehand these statues actually probably just depict. Go ahead and make a religion check, Vincent. Uh, yeah, you have a tough time discerning which deity. You know it's a deity. It sort of tickles the back of your head as you glance at it.
All right. Nothing in the cage. Nothing on the obelisk. Besides it just being an obelisk. These guys are dead. What about I guess the only other real thing is Vincent will search this guy's pockets for anything. Some sort
Okay.
of magic guy he might have had something cool.
I actually
other
think
than that, I
he
think we're ready to
did
go.
not burn up. Funny enough, I think he's the only one that did not burn up.
He just got his life sucked out of him 10 times.
Let me see. He would have on him. He would have a single spell scroll, funny enough. That would be a Circle of Death. That he did not get to use because Varys never was in trouble and needed the life.
All right. We'll hand that off to
The guy who sacrificed?
Sir
Yeah.
Yeah, give that
Yeah,
to
he
Sir
had a-
Venom.
Sir Venom. You can have the scroll. What was it? Scroll of Death?
Circle of Death.
Circle of Death. Add that to your scrolls.
Whatever it is, it sounds cool.
Yeah. All right. All right. You got the book, Riku?
Yes,
do,
I
bud.
do.
Let's go tell them we did our mission. See what they have to say.
The Candlekeep we go.
Well, we got So
Oh,
we're
we
just
going
going
straight to
straight to.
Candlekeep?
I don't know if we're going straight to
Or do we bring
Candlekeep.
the book to them?
Yeah,
We're
so
supposed to give them the book, or they were just saying you should get the book and then go to Candlekeep?
I believe the instructions from Barrack Klanghammer were that he would check in on you at Shenanigans tomorrow.
Yeah. So
All right, let's do
we're
that then.
Triumphantly exit dungeon. Make sure we rummage through the pantry, kitchen area, and then
I'd also, before we left, I'd grab a few pieces of the obelisk and like cloth to bring back with us.
Sure. No problem there. Yeah, you rummage through the pantry on your way back through, keeping an eye out for any loot, as it were, beyond the typical stores of food and cooking supplies. You really don't find much. You have a sneaking suspicion that these cultists were sort of lured here under the guise of gaining power through the ritual, and that they stayed here but were not really obtaining any riches in the process. Due to their sort of cloistered lifestyle, they were living like monks on some level. As you exit back into Neverwinter, you find yourselves with a gorgeous sunset on the Sword Coast.
Oh, also, before we left, I would have stopped in with the fish genie just to update him.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't turn around from the work on his clock. He goes, "Oh, excellent news. Maybe I'll try to leave in a week or so." And he continues to work on his clock.
You're free.
Yeah, give him one of our shenanigans tokens. Be like, yeah, stop by. I'll buy you. I'll get you a drink on the house.
Thank you very much. And you see him
We've got a great magical laboratory. You might be able to build some sweet clocks in there. Got all sorts of tools and such.
He actually looks up at this and goes, "Seriously? Are you being serious?"
Yeah.
For realsies.
Yeah, for real. Like, I've got a magical laboratory that I've been using to try to, study arcane items and all sorts of stuff. I'd love some type of arcane tinkerer.
Yeah, an assistant of sorts.
If you need a workshop.
He sort of looks at you and he looks back at the clock and he looks down at the token. What was your place called?
Shenanigans.
Riku does minor illusion of the sign. The sign looks like this.
Okay. I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna try to find this place.
Hard to miss us.
All right.
Yeah, we're kind of a big deal.
Then I'll be there in a few weeks.
Great, looking forward to it.
Excellent. You can see that he actually has like a smile on his face as he continues to tinker with the clock. Pockets the token. Continues with his work.
Yeah, I finally got some staff from my magical laboratory.
There you go.
And you exit Never Death Cemetery to the Sword Coast and make your way back to Shenanigans. Before we end the session, I would need one of you to please roll me a d10.
Who's
Who
had
wants
good
to do it?
rolls?
Nobody wants to.
D10.
How about we do
I'll-
this? Let's.
D10, Lynch.
Yeah, I'll
do
do it. D10.
I was gonna
Uh,
say roll a d4 to
10.
determine who rolls the d10, but that works too.
10.
Don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Ooh,
Perfect.
that's
Let me
either
just-
good or bad or medium.
Wow. You said roll a 10 and he did.
Okay. A 10 it is. And you return to Shenanigans to see out the rest of the evening. If there's anything you guys wish to do, we can, do it now in particular. But I don't really have much of a session planned after this, I would say. So we can do local things, but
I want to say that we have one of the nights where it's like, what do you call it? Like a montage scene of us like partying and just having like absolute debauchery.
Axel so he's heard that voice, the assassin guy voice one time, and then he heard it again. So I want to figure out like who the heck is talking in my head, unless it's, do I know if it's something or if it's just my own brain talking to me.
what would you like to do to try to figure this out, Axel?
I would like think about it. I have like a +6 insight, or like, so if I was to roll something, I'd probably roll that.
Spend some time reflecting on it. Let's see what you come up with.
Oh, got 8.
Yeah, in this instance, and you do think to go look at a mirror, because it was in a mirror where you first found the voice. You dig in your own head. It's hard to find it. You look in the ruby eye that you now have, and it doesn't look back at you, thinking maybe it'll pop out there or something. Yeah, you're unsure, but something tickled at your brain when it said something along the lines of, well, that doesn't meet the Assassin's Code.
How long has it been, I guess, since we started? Has it only been like a day since we, before, yeah. Well, how long has it been since we got the mission, went and did it, and came back?
It's only been
The
a
last
few
time
hours. Yeah, it's only been a few hours, I would say.
we just went and did it all in one day.
Yeah. That being said, as you approach home, Vincent, you do see an exciting sight. It is not your completed treehouse, but it is.
That's what I was going to ask about.
The framing and the general look and feel of your treehouse. Not ready. It's rather dangerous. It's a construction site at this moment in time. You can see that the folk have put down their tools for the day, but you can see the outline of it. It's coming along.
That's what I was gonna ask about. I was gonna see if Vincent could take a stroll and check on the progress of his plot. Maybe stroll by, what was the name of the shop we always go to?
Aurora's
Realms.
If Riku
Maybe
sees you
stroll
going to
by
take a
Aurora's
closer
Realms if
look,
it's still open.
if I see you going to take a closer look at the tree fort, I go with you and be like, here, let me assist, and pull on my broom. Be like, want to go take a closer look?
Ooh, yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay.
Throw the broom down and let him go surfboard up there and get a closer look.
And you're able
You trust me to fly
to.
it on my own?
Yeah, you can fly on your own. I don't care. I know you're interested.
So currently you have the large beams built, you have the platforms built, and you have the walls, but no roof on the top, no windows, and not even all the boards on the different landings and everything are prepared.
Yep, I like it. And who? Can you remind me who was I get to building this? Was it the same group of Aurora's Realm, or was it different groups of people were building it versus?
So it was a magical development company. They laid up the plans, and I can't remember their name off the top of my head. I'd have to go back and through.
Yeah, I guess my question was, where did I
some
how
notes.
did I get a hold of them? Like, where were they at? Like
There
a
was
shop.
Yeah, there was just like a real estate firm, effectively, in town.
All right. The only other thing I was gonna stop by Aurora's Realm. and check in on the progress of a secret mission. Left a guy a note on the way out.
That's
Just
right.
I would secretly try to get an update on that,
Um,
or nonchalantly get an update on that.
they
Just because you
say,
see Vincent being suspicious.
yeah,
They're
no,
like,
yeah,
"Put
yeah,
that
yeah.
note with me."
So they say that they have found a tan bag, and it will be delivered to you in the week.
Vincent
It
looks surprised.
it will
and
it will be 500 gold.
easy. All right.
It,
Vincent
it's
would look very happy, and
it's a one use
show his
as
gratitude.
well. By the way, it's only that one use.
That's fine.
Okay.
Vincent would, just be very happy and show his gratitude. So he's looking forward to it. Then carry on like nothing happened.
Gotcha. Sir Venom,
And then
Riku.
fly back. Yeah, I would fly back to Riku and give him his broom. I would do that all in one little Galavant, I guess.
Cool. Anything else you guys would like to do, Riku and Sir Venom?
I'd be making sure I'd like check on my laboratory and make sure that I was all stocked up. I'd like put an order in with whoever does the ordering for our place. Order like watchmakers tools and like things that I think or clockmakers tools. Just make sure I'm fully stocked with like tools and different whatever our like I don't know, an arcane tinkerer would need.
Yeah, that's possible. You could give instructions to Morty. He could attempt to procure whatever it is you would like. Making him a list, you basically ask him to go to some of the clockmakers around town for toolkits and supplies,
Yeah,
along
Morty's good
with
with tools.
along with other things that you think might be useful, alchemical agents, that sort of thing. Morty's more than willing to go and purchase these things. It will require an investment of 500 gold up front, I would say, though.
Fine with that?
Okay. Hand over the gold to Morty. Thanks you. Oh, excellent, excellent. I'll get this together in the next several days.
And also, I'd want to grab Vincent. Maybe what do I have for spells with talking to the Raven Queen?
It's been a while since you guys have had some downtime like this.
Yeah.
Well, there's the one where we can just ask like the ones where we can ask the questions.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have
if I have
another
any questions.
one where I can just ask if like a course of action that we're gonna take is gonna be good or bad.
Is that augury?
Yeah.
So you're about to speak with the queen.
Yeah, fair. I want to talk to her about us like transporting to the Shadowfell.
Okay, what spell are you looking to use?
Fuck it. I'm gonna do contact other plane.
You want to know if she's going to condone us coming to visit?
I just see if she knows anything about it.
Okay.
'Cause we already know that the maybe ask if like find out if she's the one who set up the obelisk in the first place. Because we know like the places like Barovia and those little pocket dimensions are her realms that she made to gather memories, but they're not really the Shadowfell.
Well, what I would say is, think of your 5 questions. Let's write them down, get them in order. And if you do wish to cast it, go ahead and make that DC 15 intelligence saving throw. Just to make sure you don't go insane.
Like this first one would be like if she felt us enter the Shadowfell and she knew we were there. Then did she create the obelisks?
Okay.
Um How can Vincent get to her palace?
Is there anything Vincent would like to ask of this as well, or?
Yeah, you got any questions, Vincent, for the Raven Queen?
No, she knows my intentions.
I guess how can Vincent get to the palace is a little open-ended.
Uh,
How does Vincent sex a god?
what more does Vincent need to do to become a Raven?
That's also pretty
no.
open-ended.
Yeah, I know. That was.
Or ooh, a
Um,
new question 3.
do you have a? No, I don't know.
Is there a way for Vincent to become a were-raven?
Ah,
There you go.
okay.
That's a good one.
And what's the island that I have the teleportation circle to? Like the lycanthrope land?
The Isle of Moray. In fact,
Okay.
you've been there before because you took Vincent there, and that's where you found
Yeah, we
his
went
bow.
The bow.
The
I
bow.
wonder, ask
Yeah.
her if you can become a were-raven, we can follow it up with, is the Isle of Moray where Vincent can become a were-raven?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and what was that actual place we went to? Was that was like her own like kind of temple dwelling of some sort, right? Or it
Yeah,
wasn't just a random one, was it?
it was the
It was very
Raven's Nest
specific.
atop an
Yeah.
island. It was at the top of the island, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, it's where Sir Venom would train when he was in this realm with
Yeah.
his buddy who made Vincent's bow.
Are you going to cast Contact Other Plane?
I am. Let's see if I go insane. DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
Wait, you should use your bardic.
Oh, good fucking call. I'm gonna use my bardic.
How long does that last, Riku? How long does the Bardic Inspiration stay with him? It is the same day.
Probably not this long.
I know.
Let me see. I think an
I
hour,
was
but
gonna
let me
say,
just
like,
double check.
An hour.
10 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. We
So-
will go back to the first floor here because I'm going to assume that you're doing this within your little temple to the Raven Queen.
Yep.
Axel, as you and Riku are walking by, having stuffed your faces, Axel still carrying a potato, you suddenly hear gibberish and nonsense emanating from inside the temple. Vincent, Sir Venom has fallen to his knees, his eyes have glazed over, and he's staring at the ceiling, speaking in tongues.
Venom, what's she saying?
He just goes.
Hold on, I have a spell for this. Riku says, "Hold on,
I would yell for Riku. Riku.
hold on.
Sir Venom's
Give me
going
a sec
crazy.
here. Riku cast comprehend languages.
You hear him saying over and over the same phrase. You've heard a few different times now, but he says it in languages you don't know beyond just being able to comprehend them. He says it in languages both of the material plane as well as places far flung and far beyond the material plane, in many different tongues, in many different intonations, and in many different ways. He's saying the same thing. The whispered one comes.
Oh no.
Over
Riku
and over and over.
Riku relays the message to the group.
I've heard that before.
Wait, what
Not
am I
good.
what am I saying?
The whispered one comes.
Oh.
That's not
Vincent would
good.
try to shake Sir Venom, like wake him
That's
up.
my
Not
face right
normal.
now.
Like, wake up, Sir Vincent. Sir
Just
Venom.
put him to bed. Riku says.
Yeah, it only lasts a day, right?
Until my next long rest.
Yeah, I would say okay. So you get put to bed. You can take a long rest, Sir Venom. Axel and Rika, is there any last things to do in the last few moments here before we end the session, or you guys good as well?
Yeah, nothing for me.
I'm good for now.
Okay. You guys can hit that long rest button to prepare for next session. No game next week. Good game, guys.
Yeah, that was a fun.
That was a good one.
I had some
Made that
stuff
lich
happen.
a bitch.